Hi everyone, Cheryl here with my Girly Glitzy skull mini album that I created. I actually was inspired to do this skull album in pink and black by a gal on YouTube, and I forget what her name is, but she did hers in pink and black, and I absolutely loved it, and so I thought, oh, that's perfect. So I went ahead and purchased two Kaiser Craft chipboard albums at Robert's last year, and that's when I had actually started the covers for both of them. And I did, on the cover, I went ahead and did a crackle effect on there. Oops, if you can see. I used all Really Reasonable ribbon in here. I did use some jute and some trims and crocheted lace as well from Really Reasonable ribbon. I used the sateen to bind it and made big bows, and so there's 3 of those there. Whoops, if you could see. I'll turn it. So I went ahead and bound the album with sateen, and then I used the double ruffled edge ribbon at the top for the bows. Let's see, what else did I do? Just added some gems and the front cover stem. So when you open it up, whoops, I went ahead and on the inside, I made, on this front cover, I went ahead and made a pocket and went ahead and stuck. I just finished this album, you guys. Just putting some little final touches on it, but I went ahead and used the netting and tied it into knots and then ran that across the pocket. Used some netting for this tag. I'm thinking I'm going to add some photos on these tags and then some journaling. I'm not sure. None of my pictures are printed out yet. I need to have my husband scan those in. But I used some rickrack along the bottom of this little coffin, or this little tombstone, sorry. I have a coffin in here too. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So that goes in there. And then I used some of the sheer double ruffled ribbon from Really Reasonable ribbon and some of the gingham print for the bows, and then more bows down here. Let's see. On this page, I actually used a Bow Bunny chipboard piece. I'm going to see if I can pull one to show you what I did. So, yeah, I do have one. I actually cut this with my cutter, and so I used this color for the color on the backing, and I used decoupage, Helmar's decoupage. Love that stuff. And I just coated this and then used this. This is the same one but in pink. I used this netting and just layered it like this and brought it out past the chipboard piece. If you could see right here, these are all hanging off. And so that's what I did for this page. And then I went ahead and on the bottom I used some trim, and it's a knotted cord trim that Really Reasonable ribbon carries. And I think Bonnie has fuchsia and black left. I'm not sure if she has the black and white, but I had that, so that's what I ended up using. I used more jute at the top of my album. I don't know if you could see that. Oh yeah, that's a perfect view right there. And then the gingham ribbon. And then I used these chipboard alphabet pieces and then stamped Halloween with a Victor and Original stamp. I added a kitty cat to the bottom. And then I used Robin's Nest dewdrops. Whoops. Hopefully I'm all crooked. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so that's that page. I'll just put a picture here for this page. Now this is also this page as well, and I created it so it would open up. So I added a flap onto the back. But so this is, whoops, let me get in frame here. This is the double ruffled ribbon and then some more of the black sateen that I used on this. And I did cover the, I don't know if you could see, but I decoupaged this whole piece right here. And I used, again, the netting, then the decoupage, and then used some robin's nest, little dewdrops. And I actually decoupaged this tag on there and then stamped Happy Halloween and added a little gem. And up here, a ghost, and then a feather. And so this opens up, and I used Really Reasonable ribbon here, and then the discontinued rosettes over here. Sorry. But yeah, and so I'm going to put a photo here. I actually might do a photo and have it open at the top so I can have a tag come out. And so that's what I'm thinking. I just didn't do anything on either one of these pages yet. And so I'll go ahead and close that. And so that's that page. Here is another page I did. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so here's another one of the skull. I think it comes with the front and four of the skull chipboard pieces. I can't remember, or 3. So there must be 4 pieces. And I used in this one only 1, 2, 3 of them. But on this skull, I did the crackle, and you can really see it on this one. The way I did this piece right here is I actually painted the chipboard in white and then did my crackle effect over it, and then came in with black paint and just rubbed it on. So it's almost like when you're tiling, you're putting the grout in, the color. This, instead, we're putting the paint in the cracks. And I wanted to do it that way because I wanted a different look. And so that's what I did there. I'm going to do some tags with some photos to go in here. And I have these tags just to show. And then I did use the black sateen here. And I went ahead and pleated that. And then added some gems to it. And then, of course, the feathers. And then Happy Halloween is done all in stickers and a sticker kitty. He's cute. Got to have a kitty in here. And on this page, I went ahead and did a coffin. Again, the lady that inspired me to do a pink and black Halloween album, she did a coffin, although mine is nothing compared to hers, because she actually did a mummy inside. I didn't. I just kind of did my own take on it. And so I wanted to just have something that I could open up and have maybe writing and a photo in there, a small photo. And so that's that. And then I did leave room on the side to, oops, did I not get that? Oh, I didn't put it all the way. I didn't put it inside the, oh, I'll have to put that in after. Anyways, this goes in here. And I think it's coming off up here. I had it tacked down, but I'll have to tack that down again. And then this goes inside there. So, and that's that. And then I did use a Cottage Cuts Halloween border on the bottom and a little kitty cat. And then I wrote spooky with some of my little shoebox stickers. Added a ghost up here. I used the Grosgrain polka dot ribbon with the black polka dots, some more netting from Really Reasonable ribbon, and then the double ruffled edge and a feather. So I added some feathers to that. Whoops, or to that one. Feathers here, a button with some bling. And so that's that page. My next page, I absolutely love this page, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it as well. Whoops. Okay, I think you can kind of see. What I did on this page, and I'm actually going to do it with this next time, but with the netting. On this page, what I did, because I needed something pink, I went ahead and took some it's construction, I think, like for the walls, to patch your walls. So I used that on there with Helmar's decoupage. And I just went ahead and did layers going down and then across. Cut it. I let it dry. And then I went over it with the decoupage. Oops. the Helmer's decoupage. I went over it really well. And then I came in with the Glitz in a pink and a white and sprinkled that. And then I also sprinkled some, I think it's Dazzling Diamonds from Stampin' Up. I sprinkled that on there as well. I added my ribbon, the double ruffled and the rosette, while this was still wet. And then once it all dried, I came in with the jute and I wanted to create a pocket. And so I created the pocket, starting with my jute up here, and then coming with this one, and then the bottom one. And so that creates a pocket for my picture tags. And so those will go in there. Whoops. And on the tag, I went ahead and used the gingham. Cute. Love the gingham. And a button and some feathers. And then I stamped a little Halloween kitty from Victor and Originals, and then spritzed the paper. So a photo is going to go on there, but for now it'll just have that. I did the embossed resist technique on here and spritzed it with some black and pink. And the little skeleton is also from Victor and Originals. I don't know if you can see that. And then I did use Really Reasonable ribbons, Garden Rose Sateen. That's what I used for the bow. And so that one goes in there too. And so there's another page. So plenty of room for photos, you guys, in this album. Even though it's an odd-shaped album, there's always ways. And of course, this piece here is one of the pieces from the Bow Bunny. I put Trick or Treat on the edge. Sorry I didn't show you that. Trick or Treat with stickers. I'm not much of a sticker person, but actually I have been using quite a few of them lately. Okay, so for this page here, of course, I left the back, so I didn't need to use any paper again on this piece. The color came in handy for this album. But what I did do was I did the decoupage, and then I used the jute, and I did 3 like stripes with the jute, and I went over it with the decoupage, and then I sprinkled some of the black Glitz on there, and you can see it a little bit. I used Really Reasonable ribbons, the gingham checked ribbon, and then the double ruffled. I love this double ruffled. As you can tell, I've used a lot of it. Of course, I love all Really Reasonable ribbon, but do love that one too. On this one, I was like, gosh, I really want to be able to add more photos to this page instead of 1 or 2. So I created the accordion type fold out. And so I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos in here. And I thought that would be perfect. And then this kind of helps keep it closed. And so does the little paper clip. That also, I just used that right there, I think. Anyways, and so there you have that. That page, super simple. Little button in the center of the bow. On my last page, these little envelopes, I absolutely love them, and I wanted to use them in this album, and I was trying to think, what could I do? What could I do? And so I kind of made just like a swivel mini type album with 3 of them to go on the last page. And this is the cottage cut die I used. It's called the Seed Packet Envelope. Love this. You'll be seeing a lot of those used in my mini albums. I think it's perfect to be able to add some more photos. So what I plan on doing is I cut a little circle and put a little brad for the top packet. And for here, you'll be able to slide in. Let me see if I can grab a tag. Let's see. This is not the tag I'm going to use, but I'm just going to slide photos in here. And so, if you can see, they'll slide right in. And this is actually quite thick. So, I'm thinking I'll be able to get a couple photos in there or make a mat and then put a photo on the front and the photo on the back. So, in each one of these, and I'm not going to open them all, but there's 3 of them. And they have the cat for the closure. If you can see the kitty. Super cute. I love cats. Had to use cats in this album. So this will go down, and then the photo will go right here. I did use more crocheted lace from Really Reasonable Ribbon on here. And then I used the sateen polka dot and double ruffled on there. And my last page, last but not least, this back page was done with Cottage Cuts, lace envelope. Love this, and if you've watched my videos on some of my albums, most of them like the teapot and my little mini toilet paper albums have these on the back of them. I've just been in the habit of putting these on the back of my albums. They open up, and I'm going to actually make a little card to go in here that will hold 2 photos and some journaling. Or actually maybe more than 2 photos, probably 3 photos and journaling on the back. So that's what's going to go in. But right now I have the tag in there. It fits perfect. Of course, another kitty. And then I left the top open, so I just glued the sides and the bottom so I can put some tags in here, so more photos and writing will be able to go on here. And I think that's it. And my polka dot sateen, yep. I think I already told you that. I used the polka dot sateen and some more of the crocheted lace in black, and then the double ruffled edge ribbon. Love that. And so anyways, I hope you enjoyed my album. I definitely enjoyed making this, and we'll be doing another one exactly the same, pretty much the same as this one. So thanks for stopping by, and have a nice day, everyone. Bye-bye.